When did you first start going out as an adult to, say, a club or mind you, a lot of people might not want that.
Probably sneaking out.
Sneaking out.
Well, they used to have dances here at Moss Side Youth Club,
that's
so right. I guess that was the first memory. That was for the youth club. You know, we used to have Upsetter, Taurus, Yabby You, all the different sounds. So you just, you know what I mean? So maybe about 14, 15.
So when you came to the dances at the youth club, what time would these dances start and finish?
I think that's 7 till 10,
right.
Something like that. Yeah. It'd just be pitch black in that gym and just big speaker boxes, do, you know what I mean? It was all about the bass, it was all about, and them days we were all kind of like into Rastafarianism and stuff like that. So everyone was, all the girls were wrapped up, had the wraps on, all the guys had the tams on and stuff like that. Some great stuff on YouTube actually, capturing some of those memories.
After youth club, which clubs did you go into in the area? Or did you go to any clubs in this area?
For me, it would just be it was the Russell, because that was the place to be, especially like New Year's and stuff like that. And because I had that connection with my dad, it was, you know.
Right. So when did your dad and because your dad
bus
and
drivers.
the bus drivers took over? That was when? Can you remember what the year roughly?
Yeah, probably early 80s.
Early 80s.
And memory serves me.
Can you remember? It was. A lot of people say it was like a cooperative. It was like
a group of bus drivers got together because obviously there was nowhere for them to go. They weren't welcome in certain clubs in town, etc. They wanted their own place to socialise and to do their own thing in their own community. And some guys who had that heart for the community just got together and purchased what was then the PSV, which I think was some like, is it public service vehicles, something like that. Yeah, and there's I remember there's Mr. Coleman, there was Ralph, my dad, his brother.
What's your dad's name and your dad's
brother?
My
dad's name is Mr. Burton, and his brother was Mr. Burton as well. Pinch and Sonny, as to some people. But sometimes it was like New Year's Eve, it was kind of like, because obviously there was that mad rush to get into the club before, and them days people used to really want to celebrate New Year's that way. And it'd be a stampede on the door, and sometimes people used to just open the doors at the back and just let everybody in. So
I remember a couple of times that happening.
Yeah. But yes, it was good in a sense, you know what I mean? Because you had that sense of ownership, and do you know what I mean? And I felt kind of proud that my dad and his friends had done that, so it was nice, you know.
But what were some of your favourite tunes at the time then that you can remember? What were your? Because I knew that is kind of stick out in your mind. You think, oh, I love that.
Tenor Saw and them kind of people. Do you know what I mean? That was me.
And the Russell had the PSV had quite a few bands that played as well. You had your live nights. Can you remember any of the bands that used to come down there?
I remember Basil Otis and the Mystics.
Oh, bless him. I remember that. I've seen Basil Otis and the Mystics.
Yeah, I remember them. I remember there was a Calypso night one night and loads of people dancing loads of girls dancing on the stage performing.
Because it was a big club, the Russell, wasn't it? How many people do you think you probably got in there? I reckon it was about 500, would you?
Easy.
If not more.
Yeah. It was a big place.
And some nights it was rammed, wasn't it?
Absolutely. Chocker, yeah. Yeah. Right. Sure place, Broadway, I'm sure Broadway played in there as well. Other sounds like that. But it was just the place to be. So I think I could have been playing in there. It would have been, do you know what I mean? It was just that. It was our little club that we could go to, no restrictions, and you know. Yeah. And
were there any other places or you used to visit? Any other clubs besides Russell? Or in the community? Did you go blues? Did you?
Yeah, I went blues. Yeah.
Do you remember any of the blues?
Medlock. There used to be one on Alexander Road, Quinny. I think so. You'd go from Medlock to Quinny to Alexander Road. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. And they were all kind of rocking. Every one of them. There was Kippat Street Blues, which was micro. That's the girls' sound, you know. And also, I used to follow a sound called Cosmic. So there was the Ashanti club in Longsight that we used to come up to.
What kind of clothes do you remember you fashioned? Some of you
disasters.
What was that? No, I mean, we've all got those.
Well, I was fortunate.
What was the fashion then? It was more culture, if I remember rightly. The period you're talking about, is when
pleated
12
skirts
tribes.
and acrylic,
Yeah.
them little granny tops we used to call them.
Yeah.
That was the kind of thing, and your wraps or tight skin tight jeans which have come back round, and them little acrylic tops with the granny cardigan over the top. Yeah, flat shoes. You know, and we were very modest. I think it was at that time of, you know, when I first started coming out, it was cover up, respect yourself, wrap up, and you were a queen. You know what I mean? So that's the attire that you kind of, and everyone was kind of that way.
Also, was any of the stuff that got you into trouble that you want to tell us?
I've got loads. I remember the riots actually. That was quite funny. So I remember kind of being in the heart of Princess Road and flinging bricks and all sorts, and going home, and my dad would be like, make sure you don't go near Princess Road. I said, oh no, Dad, no. And my mind thinking, if you'd have seen me last night, you know what I mean, the night before. But it was just that excitement of being, you know, a part of that, and just that rebellion and stuff. And
back,
absolutely.
And what was the community's relationship with the police like?
Awful. Absolutely awful. I mean, the police would do things like, I remember, drive around, and they had the blue Mariahs them days, or the black Mariahs what they call, and they'd have the truncheons banging on just driving around around the hideaway, banging on the vans with the truncheons to try and rile people. And hideaway became like a safe haven, so you know, if you legged it into hideaway, you'd be safe, because they couldn't come past that door, couldn't come into hideaway, do you know what I mean? So